Hello everybody, welcome to another First Strike video. Today we have a new spin-off of the Mario series, which is far from anything unusual, but still exciting. The last time we got a new spin-off starring a different character was with Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, originally made for the Wii U. Sadly, that one has never really seemed popular enough to get a sequel, but who knows, maybe it'll happen someday. But this time, we got some girl power with Princess Peach Showtime, and it looks wonderful. So, practice your bows and break a leg while we hit the stage with Princess Peach Showtime. You know, I'm always happy to get a chance to play with Princess Peach. She always has a sort of whimsy and charm about her that makes her a joy to control. This game does come with some baggage though, and before I consider this game on its own merits, let me just hit these super quick. First of all, you ever try to find a game that was clearly made for young girls that's also fun? Personally, not sure I could name 5. Most of the games I would suggest to the parents back when I sold games aren't really made for young girls, even though they might be attractive to them and loads of fun. I'm talking a lot of the Mario games, Kirby, Yoshi, etc. Those games are great, but take the ones obviously designed for young girls, and you mostly end up with mediocre at best licensed titles like My Little Pony and DC Superhero Girls. There just hasn't been a go-to game for something made for girls that's also very fun. And that brings me to the other elephant in the room, a little game from 2005 called Super Princess Peach. Yeah, this isn't Peach's first starring role actually, but as fun as that old DS title is, a few decisions were made there that people questioned, and I'm just gonna leave it there for now. There's no need for me to jump into that lava pool. Anyway, this time we have a simple, charming story for Peach. The game opens as she receives a flyer advertising for a big show at Sparkle Theater. Who doesn't love a good show, right? So she takes off with a few toads, only for Grape and the Wild Bunch to arrive soon after and spoil the show. Look, I didn't plan on these puns, blame Nintendo. Anyway, a magical ribbon named Stella approaches her asking for help to save the show. Peach agrees, and is given the power of Sparkle, a magical essence granted to gifted performers? Okay, look, the more I explain it, the less sense it makes, but it really doesn't matter much because Peach is ready to enter her own spotlight and close the curtains on the Wild Bunch's antics. I'll apologize for the fruity puns, but I am a theater lover, and those are puns I will not be apologizing for, so take a seat, and please, no flash photography. Don't silence your cell phone, though, if you're using it to watch this video. Alright. Cue the transition. Alright, now that we're talking about the game, first of all, it's certainly pretty, and the musical is varied and delightful. Overall, this game is giving off major Kirby vibes to me. Obviously, the gameplay is different, but it has that same simple, charming feel that can seem too easy to some, but fun overall. I really love the theater presentation, as many things would be obviously impossible on a real stage, but it still kind of feels like you're watching a show, with the scale and distance being interpreted by the sets rather than by any large game spaces. Basically, while we have limited space at all times, there's still a lot going on visually, and it all feels rather magical. How fitting for a princess. So that leaves the gameplay itself. In general, there are only 2 buttons used throughout this game. One is always a jump button, and the other is a context-sensitive action button. That context is usually determined by the big idea of this game, costumes. It's always a fun idea to dress up your characters, but they come with new abilities this time around. Now, they're not as well-rounded as anything Mario picks up, but they are more diverse and interesting than Luigi's vacuum attachments. I'm not sure I've seen them all yet. There's a sword fighter, cowgirl, ninja, detective, and a whole bunch more costumes, each providing a unique gameplay experience. Several feel like basic combat abilities, but then you get something like the detective, where you spend the level solving a series of puzzles, and it's pretty cool. I can't say I've been overly surprised by any levels or costumes yet, but it's all nice, relaxing fun. And not to get too personal, but the way things are in my world right now, I really appreciate relaxing. Probably my favorite thing about this game though, completion. By that, what I mean is that this game has collectibles littered throughout, and nothing feels tedious or difficult. So I'll be replaying plenty of levels, just getting all of the things, and while it's not that difficult, some of these are shockingly tricky to find, and briefly missable until you replay the level. Any level, even taken slow, takes like 10 minutes max, and they're all segmented, which makes them feel like just the right length to be thorough, but not bored. Very fun stuff. Honestly, whether this game is meant for young girls or not, doesn't matter to me. This game is pretty darn fun, and the stage is poorly represented throughout video games. I love Kirby games for their cute, simple charm and fun, if easy, gameplay, which are all things that are present here with Princess Peach. It's not as revolutionary an idea as Luigi's Mansion, but it's at least as cool and fun as Captain Toad. I really hope the game does well so we can see more of these games for the princess, and who knows, maybe that'll convince Nintendo to do another Captain Toad too. Those are my thoughts about Princess Peach Showtime. I'm really having a good time, and I hope you'll at least give the demo a shot. For now, I'm not even aware of any upcoming games I feel the need to cover on a first strike. Or maybe I'll talk about Sandland next month. Rest in peace, Mr. Toriyama. One way or another, I'll see you soon.